Charles Roman III's state visit to France has been deferred after a solicitation by President Emmanuel Macron, bringing down road sales. The president said we wouldn't be reasonable and would need sound judgment to go on after associations called a day of benefits fights during the visit. The outing to Paris and Bordeaux had been because of start on Sunday. In any case, the two urban areas were up to speed in viciousness on Thursday, a portion of the most obviously terrible since exhibits started in January. Buckingham royal residence said the choice to defer the three-day visit by Charles Roman III and Camilla, the sovereign associate, was expected to the circumstance in France. Their Majesties extraordinarily anticipate the chance to visit France when dates can be found, the assertion added. President Macron expressed that from the second on Thursday night when associations reported a 10th public day of activity for Tuesday, 2 days into the state visit, he felt it would be improper for the ruler and Camilla to travel. As we have significant fellowship, regard for His Highness and the sovereign partner and the English public, I stepped up to the plate toward the beginning of today to call the king and make sense of the circumstance. Sound judgment and kinship drove us to recommend a delay. The UK government added the choice had been taken with the assent, all things considered. Mr. Macron said France had proposed moving the outing to summer, when things quiet down again early. The choice is a huge loss of face for France and for President Macron. This should have been an exhibit for France, acquainting the new ruler with the best of French life and solidifying a recently stirred kinship. The president's adversaries on the left and right responded quick. Eric Ciotti of the Conservatives said the wiping out brought disgrace on our country, while Jean-Luc Mélenchon on the extreme left was really glad the meeting of Lords at Versailles had been separated, adding that the English realized that France's inside serve was regrettable on security. The fights had made the excursion unimaginable. A few French urban communities saw brutality uninvolved of Thursdays to a great extent serene exhibits that pulled in excess of 1 million individuals. The entry to the municipal center in Bordeaux was set land. In Paris, poisonous gas was terminated and inside clergyman Gerald Darmanin said 903 flames were lit, in a city where reject has been left uncollected since 6 walk. Many cops were harmed across France. However, dissenters were harmed by stagger explosives, and the Committee of Europe said there was no defense for over-the-top power by specialists. Asterisk in pictures, waste and flames in French fights. Asterisk Macron takes off extravagance watch during television interview. For a lot of Friday morning, French authorities had tried to promise the public that the state visit, from 26 to 29 walk, would go on and that security was set up. Some UK columnists had proactively headed out to Paris to cover the occasion. This was a gigantically significant outing for the Lord, a first state visit, and to one of the UK nearest and most established partners. The Lord and Camilla were because of ride along the winter's Élysées in the core of Paris and have a dinner at Versailles with President Macron. Camilla was supposed to open a craftsmanship show at one of the primary Paris attractions, the Musée d'Orsay. They were then expected to make a beeline for Bordeaux. However, every step of the visit was in danger of being focused on by fights, and in the long run it was dropped. Indeed, even individuals who carry out the red rugs were arranging strike activity. Inside priest Mr. Darmanin expressed before on Friday that there were no known dangers to the ruler. Bordeaux chairman Pierre Hermic said the excursion to his city had been adjusted so it can go on under the best security, so as not to open the ruler to the smallest trouble. Be that as it may, confronting the possibility of showing the ruler through refuse and spray painting flung roads, with each open appearance covered in security, and each development undermined by strikes, the French president settled on the undeniable decision. It might have been a joint choice with the UK government, yet he was the one under tension. The excursion to Bordeaux, initially expected to zero in on natural grape plantations, disintegrated. The city center, its front entryway set land on Thursday, was expected to be essential for the visit. Locally, the picture would have played severely for the president. Feasting with the ruler in Versailles would have been jarringly improper and might have played rather too straightforwardly under the control of his naysayers. A television interview that President Macron gave just before Thursday's public activity